This week in GTA Online, we have a new bike that's actually affordable, which is crazy. And we have probably one of the best vehicles ever. Boom, right there, over there on the podium. The Toreador, the brand new submarine vehicle, basically the Stromberg Mark II. And if you were unaware what this means, what it means being on the podium, you can get it for free. We're gonna hit the lucky wheel here, probably get clothing or something, but if you were lucky, you can get this vehicle for free. There's a way to sort of glitch this if you don't get it on your first try. I'll leave a link to my video. Man, one off. That is some luck right there. I got 50K though in the bank. But I'll leave a link to a video I made a couple months ago showing you guys how you can basically abuse this and just spin this wheel endlessly until you do eventually get the vehicle. But yeah, that's like a $5 or $4.5 million car that you can get for free, and I would highly recommend it. It's probably one of the best vehicles they've ever added. The Stromberg was one of my favorite vehicles before this one came out, and the fact that now there's like a Stromberg Mark II, I mean, it's even better. We have some Inception going on here. Do you guys see this? As for the new vehicle that's this week, that's actually affordable, it's on the Warstock Cash and Carry website, and it's the Manchez Scout. Now, of course, this isn't really new. If you've been playing the Cayo Perico heist, you can find this on the island, and it's probably the best vehicle on the island to just get around because it's small. You don't hit those like invincible tree branches a lot, but it is $225,000, which is very reasonable. Now, as far as how it compares to the regular Manchez, stay tuned. We'll take a look at that. But compared to everything else recently, that's a really good deal. So we're just going to go ahead and buy it. We'll go take a look at the customization and then sort of see how it compares to the regular Manchez and if it's actually worth it. Now, while we're waiting for the Manchez Scout to be delivered to my garage, let's take a look at the Newswire. The Newswire this week, or the event this week, isn't anything crazy. We have double rewards on all survivals. You can see here, pretty much any survival that Rockstar added to the game, you get double money and RP. Some of them are pretty fun. They did, I believe, add some newer ones somewhat recently. So that's probably something you can make some decent money on. They also added these treasure chests, these hidden treasure chests to the Cayo Perico Island. I believe they added these like a week or two ago. The problem is they're just not worth it. Like they say here that they drop 2 of these a day, I believe. And if you collect both of them in a single day, you can earn an extra $100,000. But like that's not a whole lot of money. And then the actual treasure chests themselves, I believe, only give you like $10,000. So it's kind of annoying just because you're going to have to do this while either scouting out the island or while you're in the finale. So you're going to have to be just swimming around the island looking for these buried treasure chests out in the ocean. I think there's like 15 or so different spots they could be in. So I don't think it's really worth it. They added a shark livery to the Toreador. So if you end up getting it for free from the podium, well, hey, you get a shark livery. And then, like I mentioned, the Toreador's on the podium. Actually, I will say, if you already own a Toreador, you can sell it to get like $3 million. And then you can get it for free from the Lucky Wheel. So that may be something you want to think about if you want an extra couple of mil, depending on how much it actually sells for. And then the discounts this week, nothing crazy, but 25% off some submarine stuff. I wouldn't buy the Avisa. Funny enough, 40% off the freaking Sea Sparrow, but that's not a vehicle that you can use in the submarine, so it's kind of pointless. And then you got some vehicle discounts. And then the Prime is you get 200K this week just for playing, like always, and then you get some discounts on the new vehicles, but neither of those are good, so probably you should skip them. So yeah, that's the Newswire, that's the event week. Let's go back to the Manchez Scout here and see what it's all about. Well, here we are with the Manchez Scout in the LSC. We're going to take a look at the customization because I think that's one of the main parts that this vehicle has. Obviously, I'm in single player here. Figured it'd just be easier to do it in single player to compare it at least to the regular Manchez. But just quickly going through a lot of this, I'm not going to show in detail the customization, but so far, I mean, it looks like there's a decent amount. This isn't like a Benny's bike or anything, but it does look like maybe you have some options. There's 21 livery options, but I do think, yeah, these are mainly just the camo liveries. Somehow these are unlocked or locked for me, but these are the same ones you would find on like any of the other like gun running vehicles, for instance. So no new actual liveries for this vehicle. You do have a primary and a secondary. The primary is what's white there. Let's see. The secondary is the stuff that's blue. So, okay, you can make some pretty cool color schemes, I think. I guess you have what is considered a roof option. You can put some bags on this vehicle. You have a box you can throw on the back. Transmission, turbo, and then that's actually it. So, yeah, as far as customization, nothing is, it's not too crazy. Now, as far as driving it around, you can see we're on a little bit of a straightaway here. At the bottom right, we're hitting about 102 miles an hour. We'll get the top speed compared to the actual, like the regular old Manchez here in a second, but it doesn't go too fast. I mean, 103 miles an hour, that's not too fast as far as like other vehicles go, but it's not bad. And I mean, the handling itself it's pretty solid. I mean, I guess it's what you'd expect from sort of a dirt bike. Granted, you're probably not going to be driving this in the city that often. I'd feel like you'd buy this for off-road. So we'll go off-road here in a minute. I'm going to go over this really bumpy road, see if this gives us any problems. I mean, it really shouldn't because we're not going fast enough to really have it affect us. Yeah, okay, so nothing did happen here. Now, the one good part, this is a Manchez, so that means you can basically infinite wheelie. Well, this is the Manchez Scout. We have the regular Manchez, and I think there's another edition of the Manchez, but you can literally wheelie forever. Although you got to make sure you don't hit bumps because you will go flying. But yeah, you can wheelie for a really long time, and you saw our speed go up there. If you do end up wheeling, you can sort of break the physics of this game in the driving, and you start going really fast. So that is probably the best part about this particular vehicle. But then again, that also works on the regular Manchez. Let's go up to the north and see how it is off-road. So I would definitely say that this is going to be a bike you probably primarily use just off-roading. I mean, it's not the fastest, so you're not going to really be hitting too many bumps and you're trying to do wheelies and stuff, I don't think, just because you're not going to really get the speed unless you're on a straightaway. But as far as just like the handling of the terrain, I mean, I guess it does as good as any other off-road bike would do. If we try and make it up this hill, you can see it'll eventually get up there, but again, you're not going to be going the fastest. So I guess as far as like handling, it's probably just what you would expect a Manchez bike to do, with the added benefit that you get a cool looking bike. You get some customization as we just launch into the water. All right, let's test this against the regular Manchez and see if there's any difference as far as speed goes. So in the side-by-side test to compare these two vehicles to each other, we have the regular Manchez on the left and we have the new Manchez Scout on the right. And you'll notice that the Manchez Scout is actually about 10 miles an hour slower than the regular Manchez. I don't exactly know why. Weth of these are fully upgraded, but the regular Manchez, I think we hit about like 111 as far as the highest top speed, where the Manchez Scout, we were only maybe like 101. So as far as performance, the Manchez, the regular one, is better. And obviously we finished first with that regular Manchez over the Manchez Scout. What's interesting though is that that extra performance almost hurts you if you like to wheelie. I'm going to show you guys, this is the regular Manchez. I'm just going to wheelie as far as I can. It goes for a decent amount, but at a certain point we start breaking the physics of the game and the speed just boosts by like 30 and we can no longer wheelie. Like the game just, I'm literally holding back on the trigger or on the stick, and it literally would not let me wheelie. because I think we were going too fast. However, on the Manchez Scout, because we don't really get those extra speed boosts that often, it let me wheelie a lot longer. So like if you're one to actually do those free mode events, if you ever get the free mode event that's like last or have the longest wheelie, the Manchez Scout here is probably going to be the #1 choice. But that is probably the biggest difference I found between the two, apart from the slight differences in looks. Obviously, the Manchez is like your more traditional one looking bike, where the Manchez Scout has a more like sort of off-road and sort of traveler vibe to it. But yeah, I did think that was pretty interesting. Now, I don't have it on hand, but I will just say the one big difference between these two bikes, apart from everything we've mentioned, is the price. Of course, the newer one you just saw, or you saw at the beginning of this video, was $225,000, where the regular Manchez is only like $50,000, I believe. So, you know, that's a good $200K, which isn't a lot in this game, but considering you get almost a very similar bike for $200 less in the regular Manchez, you know, you might not want to spend the extra $200,000 on the newer one. But yeah, hopefully this video helps you guys out deciding on what you want to buy. But the new Manchez Scout is available, and it does cost $225,000, and it's not a terrible vehicle, but you know, at the end of the day, is it worth that money for you to buy? You guys can let me know in the comment section your thoughts on the bike. Don't know what we're going to be getting next week, but once we do get it, I'll of course let you guys know. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA content. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one.